This is the 75-pound faceplate. I'm going to be replacing the coin drop to the token coin drop. And then I also mark out for before I disconnect the harness with the mark, so I know where to put coin 1 on the new harness. And then right here, so I'm going to be cutting these 2 studs off. I will advise that either you protect this ribbon right here, either with a piece of steel, or remove the whole circuit board, because I have nicked that before, and then you got to replace it. So I just remove it myself. So now I cut the studs off. You want to make it as flush as possible. I use a really good stainless steel metal cutoff wheel. Preferably if you get like the 3-inch one, it's a lot better than trying to get, most of them are 4.5. It just gets really crowded in here. So then I'm going to take this thing, flip it over, and now I have a plate already made up for the pattern for the new coin slot, and you see it's the same size, so it shows where my studs are. And so I take this thing over here, I flush it out to the top of the coin slot. I measure over approximately 3/4 of an inch to the edge of it, and then I take my Vicks self-centering bit and I go over here and I mark out each hole. Then I drill it with a 1/4-inch drill bit and just drill that on through. So now I drilled out my 4 holes, my 4 1/4-inch holes, flip it over, and I take my pattern here and I flip it upside down and line it up with the 4 holes, and then I mark out where I'm going to be cutting out for my new coin slot. And these 2 screws right here, you want to open this, see how it's like real tight right there. I just cut this at a slight angle, make sure I miss those screws. Then I will take, so I measure over like right here, like a 1/4 of an inch from that nipple right there, over like a 1/4 of an inch, and I will take my 1.5-inch hole saw here and drill that on through. It's best if you have a long drill bit on your hole saw. If you have it short, as soon as you hit the metal, it might just jump and dance, and so I'm going to drill that on out. So now I have my 1.5-inch hole saw cut out, and I forgot to mention I usually screw the plate down so it doesn't move, the plate don't move around. And I'll take my Dremel and just get in here and cut these out. See how it almost lines up with the outside where this hole is at right here? So you got the same hole over here. So all these lines almost like line up with that line. And then this is like a 1/2 inch apart right here. Now I'll be cutting that angle out right there. And I just use my Dremel on all this stuff. Or you can use your 4.5-inch grinder. But, so I'm going to cut that out. So I have that cut out. You can see how all these things, they just line up with all the, like the existing. So the top of the coin slot is it's all lined up. Now I'm ready to assemble my new token face plate. So there we go. Fits in there. So there's those 2 screws I was talking about. Make sure you got the clearance for those. And then you just start putting it back together. This will go onto here. That'll go, and then your 4 rods, screw down rods. They go on down inside there, and then then you go ahead and you put your circuit board back on. You hook up, go to your coin 1, your marked out one, put your coin 1 on that, and your coin 2 on the other one, and you're ready to go. So I barely tighten down the brass rods so that I can make sure that I line up. You might have to move the mechanism in the back and forth to make sure that this is in the clear where your coin drops are, because it can come over inside that hole a little bit, and then you won't be able to get your coins inside. And then that's it. And there we go.